Hi, it's JamesAnimalHarrison. It's time for a new lesson day. We're going to do a couple more lessons working with some stuff out of the Syncopation book. This is a different copy. The other one's in the other room. This is a more updated copy, and everything in the more new version, if you want to call it that, is off by one page. So instead of the exercise one of the sections that's very popular for jazz, starting on page 37, this book it starts on page 38. Again, this is a very, very popular book in a lot of ways. So we're going to talk about a way that people are interested in trying to build up their independence for rock drum. You can use this as well. So just a quick example. Exercise number one. First off, jazz, they just read it down oftentimes. I always recommend learning each measure individually as a jazz comping independence exercise, but also to give you some creative motifs. So the first measure is 1 and 3. So if you played it swinging, there's your first measure. You could play it on the bass drum. Oftentimes what they do in jazz or in the exercises is play the short notes. Anything is an 8th note or shorter on the snare, and longer than an 8th note, quarter note or longer, any tie, is on the bass drum. So the way this is written, it would make it like this. So people who want to try this with rock drum, you can do the same thing. Let's play that exercise as straight. It becomes this. If I repeat that over and over again, okay, first off, let me say I'm using a jazz kit in the living room, and I've got the saving quiet tone cymbals up. Normally I have pads on this particular set. I took them off to do this video, but the cymbals will be on the quiet side. So if I wanted to use that for a fill, I could do it. So it creates a comping exercise, it creates a groove, it creates a possible fill idea. The next measure is 1 and 3 and 4. The way it's written is a quarter note, an 8th note, rest with a quarter note, and then an 8th note on the end of 4. So in the jazz pattern exercise, they would play this. If I play the long notes on the bass drum, if I loop it, let's put that with a rock beat. Could that be pretty cool? Right now I'm just playing straight quarters on the hi-hat. You can get more creative and do things with that down the road. If I put those two measures together, here it is swinging. A rock groove. Loop that. Sorry, I meant to loop it. Okay? I keep wanting to read ahead. I'm not used to looping. So, anyway, you could do that around and make more beats out of it. If I go to the second line, second measure, very popular one in jazz like this. I split it up between the snare and bass the way it's written. Sorry. That makes a pretty cool little rock beat. Sorry. One thing I'm learning, if I try to talk or start to say anything while I'm doing it, I sometimes mess that up. That's a cool one. So anyway, the idea is there's 40 measures, that's 40 possibilities. You can combine them any way you want to come up with other ones, 2 measure patterns. One measure that I liked a while ago, I saw it, was 1 and 3 4. The way it's written, it's 3 long notes and 1 short note. Take a measure like that and you put it with what we just did. That's a pretty cool little beat. Okay? So all I'm doing is taking some of the exercises that people have done for years with the jazz stuff and applying it in a rock context. And you can come up with other ideas. If you go back, I've done a lesson on the jazz ones already. I've done a lesson on playing them over a samba pattern and stuff like that. I'm just using exercise 1 right now, which is something that's been done for years at a lot of the music schools across the country and people who studied out of this book. This is listed as one of the top 25 drum set books of all time, and it's not a drum set book. It's just that people have come up with so many ideas to create independence exercises out of there that it makes great funk beats. It makes great everything if you want to do it. So it's up to you to spend a little bit of time and find out what works for you. All I'm doing again is taking what would be the jazz exercise and playing it as a rock. So I'm trying to keep these a little shorter. Give it a try. See how it works out for you. Tons and tons of ideas out of this book. Thanks.